Hello everyone, I'm the Cobalt Paladin, and welcome again to Pretty Okay Painting. I've base coated my grunt, at least the armor and skin parts of him, and I'm ready to apply some more colors. Right now I'm going to be using Minotaur hide for his spear and a little bit of his loincloth. So get my brush. Something I'm doing with my paints is, instead of dumping them out on my canvas, dipping a little bit of the brush in to get it. That way I can save a little bit on paint. And just start lathering that up. Try not to get onto the skin, though it doesn't matter that much, but it still is good to keep it free from the Minotaur hide brown. Why is this paint chunky? Okay, actually, although I think my Minotaur hide paint is acting up, I might have to dump it out just to see what's going on. Okay, so I was having some trouble retrieving it. Okay, I think I've got it. And I'm also going to be painting the base brown. Because it's on a nice little... Would I say Badlands? I guess. Mankurth is mostly Badlands. Not a lot of people can live there. They don't have a very sustainable economy, which is why they resort to raiding other people, instead of having to worry about having no people in their little, in their country. A lot of the raiding is done by these guys. They still have other warriors. There are actual people in Mankurth who go on raids too, but a majority of the cannon fodder rolls fall to grunts and other summoned creatures. Because you can summon all sorts of monsters as long as you've got someone who can make them properly. Which is an interesting part of Evokes in Warfare. Summoning creatures to do your bidding. The thing is, though, they can be kind of unreliable, because they, if they're summoned, they can be unsummoned. And because they are magical in nature, they can be either strong or weak to magic. So wizards can usually dispatch them quickly. Because even if you make them resistant to magic, they still can fall pretty easily to wizards. Because they don't have strong constitutions. But then again, some summons are designed to be destroyed, so you can just keep resummoning them. Because some summons are one-time only, some are, if this creature would be destroyed, incapacitated, or unsummoned, it simply returns back to where you summoned it, so you can do it again. Those creatures tend to be weaker than their one-summon counterparts, but you can keep using them, which is nice. Alright. We've almost got the shaft of the spear done. A little bit of the loincloth will be after. This is where it gets tricky. So you don't want to really get onto the hand. But this is why I usually do skin last. Alright. Looking good. Got myself a nice grunt. It's coming along pretty well. Ooh, some parts of the base aren't done. Ah, dang it. I'm going to have to take it off the rig here. A little painting handle. Because some pieces of the base can't be colored as long as it's attached to it. So I'm just going to have to go bare hand for this. But it's just the base. Base is easy to do. hands. Alright, I'm just going to do a quick rinse because my brush is kind of getting frayed a bit. But I've still got one last thing to paint brown, and then I should be done with the brown. And that is this little, smooth that out, little bit of loincloth. I'm going to need some fine manipulation, so I'm not going to put it all back on the handle. If you can see that, it's just a little bit, it's like at the back here. Cover up the naughty bits of the grunts, but not get into the chainmail, which is just above it. It's kind of hard to see right now. And I think that, I've still got some sides of it to do. But I should be done with the brown. And just a little bit there. Okay, just a little bit. And my brown is starting to dry out on the pad, so I'm going to have to be done with it pretty quick. But, yeah, okay. I'm finished with the brown. So now I'm going to rinse out my brush. Get all that paint off. Luckily there shouldn't be very much. I wasn't using a lot. And now for mithril silver. Put him back on the little citadel handle. Oops. Yes, air conditioner, I know you exist. Manzar hide goes there, and I pull out mithril silver. For the silver, I'm just going to be painting a little bit of some chainmail here and the spearhead. After which, I'm going to be using some yellow for the detail work because he is wearing Mankurth's armor. And I think I figured out what was wrong with my yellows. They weren't mixed properly. So currently I have them sitting upside down. And that's been helping them mix better. And I just shake them when I need them and squirt them out. And if they're too thick, which they usually are, I can just thin them a little bit. It's like light colors, like a light green. I had whites I couldn't use, yellows, all of them were being bad. And so I just started doing that, and for some reason that works. So those paints I'm currently keeping upside down. They're kind of bunched together. And as long as they're upside down, they should be good. But I'm not using yellow yet, I'm using mithril silver. I haven't decided what skin color I want for him. Because like I said, they can be pretty much any skin color. There's really no specific variation. Now, as a conjurer, you can choose to make them different colors, depending on your preferences. Oh man, a lock on the top, hold on. Oh yeah, silver kind of exploded here. Oh. I think I got a little bit too much on my brush, but that's alright. Yeah, usually weapons and armor are either scavenged or just extremely low quality for these guys. Okay, I'm gonna have to thin this a little bit. Not using water, just more get a lot of the excess paint off because I want to get... Ah, dang it. No. This is where it gets tricky. Because I want to get the... I'm gonna have to paint this by eyesight really quick. You just have to bear with me. Okay. Okay, you can kind of see it. I had to be quick about that, because normally I'd show you, but you can kind of see the divots. I'm going to be using some shade. Hold up. I'm good with my silver, but I'm going to have to wipe the paint. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to have to wipe it off. Because it exploded. I think as a result of shaking it. it's a good idea to do that when your paint kind of explodes, because otherwise it'll harden, and trying to get the paint back from that is not good. I had some issues with some paint that were just stuck. Okay, so see, he's coming along nice. I have to do yellow next time, but I'll be getting back to that soon. And I still need to decide what skin color. So far I'm thinking orc skin, just this nice gray. Though I might change that in the future. But yeah, he's coming along pretty nice. And luckily, because he's a smaller model, a lot of these videos are a lot quicker. So I'll be letting him dry, and I'll see you next time.